Forever Home, welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, I'm making my way through my home one room at a time to make beautiful and functional spaces on an extreme budget. And if you guys missed my $25 laundry room makeover or my new home tour, I will link those down below so you can get caught up on my videos. So this past Thursday, I collaborated with Erin Williams to create 10 kid-friendly decorating tips. And so really you guys were getting 20 tips because we each came up with 10. If you missed that video, I will also link that down below for you to check out along with Erin's video. And in today's bonus video, I'm sharing with you guys 10 more tips on how you can decorate and DIY your home on an extreme budget. So if you want to see how I managed to decorate my home on such tight, crazy budgets like my $25 laundry room, keep watching for all of my tips and secrets. But really quickly before we get started today, today's video is in collaboration with Kirsty Morris, and I will link her channel down below and up above. She has the best accent, so I could just listen to her videos all day long, but she is studying interior design and she has impeccable taste and awesome video editing skills. Kirsty has a gorgeous historic home in New Jersey that she's going through one space at a time to decorate, and her home is beautiful, guys. So if you guys want 10 additional tips for a total of 20 budget tips, go on over to Kirsty's channel and watch her video after you finish mine. So my first tip is to clean and declutter. I know this tip sounds really straightforward and silly, but so often people don't do this. If you guys look at those gorgeous staged homes, you will see very clutter-free, very minimal. There's a lot of clear empty spaces, maybe a few statement decor pieces, and that is it. When a lot of your surfaces are clear and everything is tidy and clean, your decor has a chance to stand out. Plus, cleaning and decluttering are completely free. And if you declutter and purge a lot of your items and you sell them online, you can actually make money back that you can put towards other home projects. So my second tip is to use containers that you already have to store your items. So just like in my $25 laundry room makeover, I used a lot of items that I already owned. And if you don't just have baskets lying around like I did for that, you can also use other containers in your home as well and repurpose them. You can take shoe boxes, empty containers from buying food. You can take diaper boxes, which I mentioned in my last video. Those are super sturdy and really large. You can recover them with wrapping paper, contact paper. You can wrap them and hot glue twine around them. You can Mod Podge fabric or scrapbooking paper on there. And you can make really, really cute containers that will fit into any style decor for basically free using what you already have on hand. If you really like the look of baskets but you don't have any, go to the thrift store. They have a ton of baskets, and even if they're those really old, dated, orangey wood colors that are kind of gross right now, you can go in and paint them. You can paint them any color you want, and paint sticks really well to baskets. If you have a lot of adequate storage containers in your own home already, another way to switch up the look is just to switch up the labels that they have on them and do something a little different and a little fun. My third tip is to invest in perennials and bulbs. And I use the word invest because sometimes perennials and bulbs can be a little pricey up front, but you do get your money back in the long run. However, that being said, at Lowe's, at the end of every season, they usually have a cart where they have all of their perennials that have stopped blooming, and all of these are $1 to $3, which is crazy because they're just going to come back next year even bigger than they were this year. Another place that I have bought plants, bulbs and perennials, because we want them to come back every single year, is off of Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. And usually they're free or just a few dollars, and sometimes you have to bring your own bag of soil, your own pots, your own mulch, and dig yourself. And really investing in bulbs and perennials is a lot less money than going to the grocery store and treating yourself to cut flowers all summer long. It's so much cheaper to just go outside and cut flowers whenever you want them and bring them in and put them on your table. So my fourth tip is to rearrange your furniture. This is totally free as well, and I love free tips, but it's a great way to switch up your space if you're feeling tired or bored of the same old layout or the same old decor. So my fifth tip goes along with my previous one, but pick a consistent color scheme for your whole home. If you have one continuous color scheme that is preferably a neutral throughout your whole home, it'll be easier if you want to switch things from room to room and change things up later down the line. If you pick very specific different colors for each room in your house, that's what I used to do, it was impossible to move things from room to room because they wouldn't match. And along those lines, with your large, bulkier furniture, go for neutral color schemes as well. Those are going to last longer. You can switch things out with pops of color here and there if you change your minds about your accent colors. Pick solid pieces that are going to last for a long time in neutral colors. So likewise, tip number 6 is is to invest in quality pieces that are going to last you a long time. I kind of touched on this in my previous tip. So it might be a little bit more money up front, but in the long run, it is less money because you won't have to keep going out to repurchase a sofa every time you want to change the color. And I only say invest in large scale pieces because these are things that you are not going to want to move and replace consistently. And then for smaller items, you can go a lot trendier and more colorful because they're so much easier to move around and replace. And I also touched on this in my previous video on Thursday. Just because you want to invest in more quality pieces in your home does not necessarily mean you need to spend a lot of money doing so. I have a Pottery Barn sofa, but I did not buy it from Pottery Barn. I waited until I found one on Facebook Marketplace for less than $400, and I snatched that thing up, and I love it. It has a slip cover, it's in a neutral color, and it's in excellent condition. Likewise, if you have the option to buy or get new furniture, go for all wood pieces. You can get these secondhand, you can buy them new. Secondhand is probably the way to go for this. You can always refinish them, but getting solid wood pieces means that they are more durable. They're going to last a lot longer than cheap composite or particle board furniture. One of my favorite decor pieces was gifted to me for free, and that is my hutch. And it is solid wood, it is extremely sturdy, and I know it's going to last a long, long time. My 7th tip is to use pictures to decorate with. Photos are free or practically free. We all have a ton of photos of our friends and family on our phone, and we want our homes to reflect who lives there. I snagged a ton of gorgeous Hobby Lobby frames off of Marketplace for $15 for a whole stack, and they were all in my absolute favorite green color. Yard sales are a great place to get really cheap picture frames, and actually Dollar Tree, if you go for the smaller size frames, those are actually pretty nice as well. Surrounding yourself with images of your family and friends can also help to keep your priorities in check. So my 8th tip is to decorate with personal items, and this also sounds self-explanatory. I'm talking about family heirlooms or items that are just really important to each person in the family. So for my daughter, her stuffed animals are her friends. She calls them her friends. And so I love to decorate with those and accessorize her bed with them. I don't use all of them. I'll pick out a couple favorites, but those are using things that we already have or were gifted and things that she loves to decorate her space. Likewise, in my hutch, I have my grandfather's cutting board that he made, and I love to display it and use it as a decor item, and it adds a lot of warmth and texture to my hutch as well. Tip number 9 is to use IKEA curtains. They are the cheapest curtains that I have ever found that have a high quality and are the tallest in length. IKEA certainly has the best quality curtains for the price, plus they are extra long, and I love the look of pooled curtains on the floor. I think it looks really luxurious if it's done correctly. With the IKEA curtains, since they're also longer, you can customize the length. If you can't sew or don't have a sewing machine, you can also get hemming tape, which is no sew, you just iron it on, and it can make your windows look custom in just a few minutes. My very last tip is to layer your vignettes around your home with a lot of texture. I'm talking about going through your kitchen and finding things that you already have. So I've used beans as vase filler. I've also used the white kidney beans to make a wreath, and it just adds a lot of neutral texture. I've also used leftover fabric scraps or leftover pieces of yarn, twine, etc. to make bunting and garland to decorate with as well. Other really great things you probably have in your kitchen are coffee beans, popcorn kernels. Use what you already have in your kitchen to add texture to your decor. So I hope these 10 tips are really helpful for you and encourage you to look around your home to repurpose, rearrange, or switch things up in your home. Decorating and cultivating a welcoming home does not have to cost a lot of money because there's so much that we can do with what we already have on hand in our homes. Just a reminder, make sure you go over and check out Kirsty's channel and her video for 10 more budget-friendly decorating tips. And I will see you guys in the